Welcome to life, where we repeat lessons until they are learned. Welcome to life, where we repeat lessons until they are learned. So, anyhow, I was advised by the universe through my means of communicating with the universe to take a hiatus from my everyday posting of my videos. If you don't know what the word hiatus means, it simply means a short break or pause in continuity. A short pause in continuity, right? So the universe asked me to take a short break in terms of my everyday posting of videos. So I'll be doing that because I listen to the universe and I listen to myself and so on, right? And also I've reached a peak in my healing journey where I have mostly, for the most part, healed from past traumas and so on, and right now just resolving some fucking karma like that, right? So I've mostly healed for the most part and just resolving out some karma and stuff before I could actually start building the life that I truly want, right? Whatever that means. I am still figuring it out, right? And people around me are still doing the same, right? So but I have healed for the most part, and I reached a peak in my healing journey. My healing took place through the teaching of spiritual law, and I talked about everything that bothered me, everything that affected me in life, and whether it's school, work, home, right? All the flecked up social institutions, and I used my healing journey to teach spiritual law and so on, right? So last night I didn't sleep much last night. I was actually experiencing something very interesting. I was experiencing like all aspects of my identity as a human and divine being. Divine meaning we are spiritual beings. All of us are divine, right? All of us are divine beings having a physical experience on earth, right? So I was experiencing this convergence of all possible aspects of my identity, right? All my sociological, social demographics, and also my spiritual being, so on, right? I was experiencing all these aspects of my identity, felt as though it was crashing down on me, right? Meaning, who am I, where I am, what am I doing, right? And the universe was basically asking me to choose myself, right? Choose who are you, right? Who are you, right? Choose yourself, right? And well, as you know, I've been teaching spiritual law together with sociology, right? Sociology is inherent to me. It runs through my vein, as you will see. Sociology runs through my vein, right? But any path that one takes in life, any path that what I've experienced last night was a convergence of all my identities, right? A convergence of all my identities, and it converged into one identity, which is the identity that is tied into spiritual law, into God, into the law of cause and effect, the law of consequence, natural law, right? Krishna, true Krishna consciousness, the understanding that everything that we go through in life is not just for a reason, but is because of a reason, right? Everything that we experience in life has a causal element to it, right? And the only way that we could actually get out of our suffering in life, the only way that we can actually remove ourselves from suffering in life, is to look at where we have gone wrong, right? Is to look at where we have gone wrong in life and try to correct those actions, right? And this is a space of intense suffering, right? It is a space of intense and immense suffering, but it is in suffering that evolution actually takes place, right? Our souls can't grow and evolve in comfortable circumstances, right? It is impossible for your soul to grow and evolve in comfortable circumstances. Now, when I said I've reached a peak in my journey, right? I've reached a place in my life where there are certain things that I've eliminated, certain fears I've had that I've eliminated, right? I still have certain fears, of course, but they are for the most part certain things that I have been afraid of. I am no longer concerned about it, and so on. And meaning when I say I've reached a peak in my healing journey, mean that I have already taught. I've already taught the lessons that I was asked by the universe to teach, and I've already given all the answers that society needs to free itself from mental emotional slavery, right? I've given the solution to solving the problem of slavery on earth, right? If you will look at my video series, I've provided through my spiritual journey, I've provided the spiritual solution for our social problems, right? I've so far been successful at creating my spiritual sociology, right? At this point, though, I am instructed by the universe to take a break, a hiatus, right? Take a break and let things be for a bit, and then I will pick back up on this journey. But I have already taught and included in all my previous videos the necessary lessons, and whatever after this break, whatever I'll be teaching and however I'll be teaching it, which will be a continuation of the sociology, but post today, after today, whatever I teach would simply be a reiteration, right? A reiteration of my previous video. There's nothing new to be said again. There's nothing new under the sun, and there's nothing new to be said regarding truth that has not already been said, right? Truth about ending slavery, right? And truth about healing, right? There's nothing more or nothing additional that needs to be said. Everything was already said, and it's up to people to take relevant action for the sake of their own healing, for the sake of ending their own problems, right? So, yeah, that's that. So, regarding love and dating and romance and stuff going forward, whoever loved me or claimed to love me and so on, all, I've been asked to do up a plan in terms of what I want for my future, to write down my goals, my dreams, my aspirations and so on. But personally, I don't have any personal desires, frankly, in this life. My personal desires is tied into my spiritual purpose. My personal desires is actually tied into my spiritual, feeds into my spirit, my purpose here on earth, right? And that purpose is tied into spiritual law and also creating that spiritual sociology, as I was saying, or simply put, spiritual law, when you strip away all the bullshit, right? So, post this video, what I'll be doing is simply reiterating the knowledge that I've already shared, right? Sharing it in different ways, helping people to heal through this methodology, right? Because it has worked for me, right? And helping people to resolve their own karma, their own karmic debt, and to create good karma, to create positive karma, to create freedom, right? So this is about romance, dating, and this life and stuff. Like, anybody who's interested in me in this light, please know that being interested in me or liking me or claiming to love me comes with particular requirements at this point in my life. I'm not going to repeat past lessons, past cycles and so on, and go back to dating, kissing, romancing anybody, sexing anybody who doesn't align with spiritual law and does this to the fullest capacity, right? I I am at basically a peak in life with regard to where my consciousness and thinking is in the direction that I'm headed. So I know for sure what I want and what I don't want regarding this aspect of life. So wanting to date me or wanting to be with me actually has those requirements. Like, I am not interested in anyone who is not romantically, who is not um, aligned. And if people don't get their act together within a period of time to even bother, right? That's just what it is. So I am here to help anybody transform their life like I transformed mine through particular mechanisms, right? And if anybody is interested in taking this path with me, and for me to actually show you or help you to heal in ways that I was able to do it for myself, you all have my number. And I know that plenty people will have a problem with this, and not many people, because the things that I advocate for is things that 90% of the population is against the practices of 90% of the population and stuff, right? Because people like their chains, right? People like their chains, and people are very unwilling to change, which is something that I've come to realize immensely, right? But for people who are trying to remove their chains, feel free to hit me up and we could have a chat. Peace out, everybody. And well, I'm in England right now, hoping to be back home soon within a couple months or so. So until then, peace out, and remember that smoking is dangerous to health.